looks like I'm definitely gonna go against your boy Peaches, Mike King. And I'm pretty sure he plays Xbox, so let's see how this.
Dude, how did he just kill both of us?
The big day has finally arrived. It's the coach who will wear the crown as a Super Bowl champion of the Madden Ultimate Team Playoffs. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Antonio Marshalls.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Hi again, everyone.
Probably will never not
Brandon
smoke.
Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always,
Unless
Charles
it
Davis.
really
And
becomes
Charles,
like
we
a,
look at a
like
matchup
problem
like
with,
this.
like,
It's really the
not
running
being able to
backs that
afford
may
it.
take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. It'll be Aaron Rodgers under center, who was drafted by the Packers back in 2005 in the first round, now in his 14th year with Green Bay.
Just 7 starts in 2017 due to a collarbone injury. Tried to come back late in the year to rally the Packers into the playoffs. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done. But one of the best competitors at the quarterback position in the NFL. He's lost Jordy Nelson, one of his best weapons, but he knows how to bring other guys along and turn them into valuable contributors.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Really?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
I just hope that we trade Le'Veon and get his fucking money-hungry ass away from like he was a cancer. I don't care how good he is anymore. I'm sick and tired of him acting like he's the greatest thing that's ever stepped foot on the football field.
It's not that though, but you gotta look at it from his point. They pay him to be a running back, but they ask him to do so much more.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz
He's
even
our
on
number
run
one.
downs.
He's our
It
number
confuses
2
the blocking
receiver.
assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to
Yeah,
get up to the
but
second
at
level.
the same time, we asked him to catch balls out of the backfield, and every running back gets asked that. But we didn't ask him to be so damn good at it. That's up to him, and we can't, if we can't afford to pay him, you know, like he is a number 2 wide receiver. Nobody gets paid like that, and only teams that have that kind of money that aren't contenders pay for people like that, like the Jets or the Browns.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down.
Yeah, that was a good pickup for them, but
they go to every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
Layla and her brother,
really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes.
their entire family are Browns fans. They think that is that Jarvis Landry is like the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game now that he plays for the Browns.
Bringing them out onto the field, Michael Vick, the all-time leading rusher from the QB position, over 6,100 yards.
Yeah, he averaged 7 yards per carry. Another NFL record for him. How about the nicknames that people gave him? Human joystick, human cheat code. I'm just telling you, watching him play, I pulled muscles in the booth, watching him, thinking about trying to tackle. He was that type of a player, hard to get on the ground.
Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
Like, I can
They
name
just
him
about
on the
ran
count of
into
my hand
every
how many times
defender
I've
on
seen
that one, didn't it? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Yeah.
This give is to McCoy, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third and long for Vic. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Justin Houston in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is McCoy.
God damn. He's like cute.
So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense about here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him. And you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Vic with the incompletion there on third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Michael Vick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And you look at the numbers, not only has he not caught a pass, they haven't targeted him yet, and we're coming up toward halftime. And you remember our meeting with the coach beforehand? What did he tell us about him? I write his number on my play sheet, and I circle it in bold type, because I want to make sure he gets the ball and often. They'll start on the ground with the core. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Rodgers. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get it out to midfield.
Bro, where the fuck you
right
come
at midfield at the 50.
I didn't even realize that. I somehow, I was in the middle of this Call of Duty game and somehow accidentally muted myself. I was talking this whole time but didn't even realize it.
I just thought he was gone, bro.
And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come
I was
up with here
kicking
on this
ass and then I got my ass kicked. No, I swear to God that shit. This game purposely patronizes you. When you go from having a good game to a bad game, it asks you if you had fun. Hell no.
I hope he gives you too.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. There's a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They go play action.
I was going to go to the Apple Festival. You also check
And
that.
a big loss here as he's taken down.
The Apple Festival, it's a festival that our town holds every year in September, like the second or third week of September, whatever. It's just based off of apples. Like people make like apple pie and like apple ice cream and all kinds of shit. And they like rides and an arcade and all kinds of food uptown and shit.
Ready to resume play.
But it's not really my.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half.
Yeah,
this is 2nd and long.
I always thought it was just like this rinky. I mean, it is like a rinky big festival pretty much. But I remember when I was a kid, I was looking through like a Nickelodeon magazine, and the shit was fucking on a calendar on Nickelodeon magazine for the Apple Festival in our town. It fucking blew my mind. Apparently, it used to be famous, but now it's mostly where a bunch of junkies go to start fights.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
You still play H1Z1? I don't have it downloaded, but I'll re-download it.
First half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half.
Have they changed anything since the last time we played?
The game's out now.
And he'll take this across the 25.
Did you have the actual game or you still had the beta?
27-yard line.
No, I just had the beta.
Yeah, the actual game is out.
Also, do I have to download the actual game? Is it free?
You guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. You got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
You're not asleep yet, baby girl?
15 yards.
I love you. You falling asleep?
There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say,
like not a very good cupcake.
Because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always
That doesn't look like a very good cupcake that they're making right there.
One big carry away from
I know you do.
That's a good start for him.
We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do.
She's going to be so good next month.
Every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Oh shit, I didn't know there was a demo for Mega Man 11 out.
Oh yeah, I'm done with that shit. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Vic now. He gets it to Brown, complete. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
That's downloading really quick.
Vic operating on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Okay, what?
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still...
So is the game run more smooth now?
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down right about
you didn't wake up at 4 or 5.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in
I
this
didn't
game,
expect you to, though.
What we're seeing from the safeties, they are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this
game. That's how I felt all day.
MVU. Well done.
Back now in Pittsburgh. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. Still through it all. These guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick.
Well, who the fuck is guarding him?
Rob Gronkowski, 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are able to strike for 6. So we have a score to report after all.
call stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the fourth quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a one-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for.
You come in here and drink something like it was blood and you was a vampire. Hold on.
Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
And you have some of yours, bro.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Oh, shit.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Bro,
that
nigga's not that hard to block.
The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
319.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham.
I just don't know how to keep a good ball
as they
down.
convert on 3rd.
So,
There's
I missed
so
a
many
wide
things to
open
watch for when you
receiver.
play
And then I put it in the window.
reading your keys, you always hear
You know how
about
like you
that,
crack
having
the
your
window
eyes in
and
the right place.
you give him a
Sometimes your eyes
homicide
can fool you. How
dollar
about
and
that
but he
play
looks
action there?
sketchy.
That
But you
sprang the
still
big
feel
guy,
bad.
didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Oh, shit.
That's how small the window was. He just put it in. But
Yeah.
the window before that was like
Rodgers
when
now
you
on
get
1st
caught shooting and
down.
the girl bust all the windows
He
out.
finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's
That's how I do
taken
it.
down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, come on.
Yeah, baby. Huh?
319.
You want a hot dog? Yeah, you can take it off the treasure. I don't know if you have any hot dogs,
First
kid.
down. He'll set up the
You
screen
do?
to McCoy. And some space here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Give me a second. I'll
10
check.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll go with McCoy. And he's going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Again, it's McCoy. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Vic's going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. You can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
Hey, check 26.
One final try now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed something.
Trash. Your boy people beat trash. Bro, you know you still muted. No, I gotta remind your ass.
American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get Layla from work.
I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses. And we're talking about both sides.
Having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. There he goes inside the 30. He gets it over the middle of Cobb. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty good
touchdown, Packers. Larry Fitzgerald, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Walter. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 44 yards.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Rodgers again now. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down, Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go, come on.
Now Rodgers on first down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Now both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. A give to McCoy. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, 88, 319.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packer Packers touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. And again, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And able to find Conley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On first down, Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hunt. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. Runs over him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them?
Thicker the pie, thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet him a buy and a lace and a beamer. I'm buying a